So I know, like, very time sensitive, blah 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 blah, but we haven't read any of this, so we're gonna read this now. It was meant to be a weekend date. My fiance Emily arrived a day early and got lost hiking. What terrible irony to have one's girlfriend as an investigation subject. Has she left me any clues or any trace? It's been 4 days since I arrived in this eerie town, and now I'm stuck with no idea what to do next. People aren't too eager to help. They're not mean, they just lack commitment, engagement, emotions, even. Then there's that preacher they all praise so much, their leader, their guru. He's intelligent, but I sense something off about him. Just can't put my finger on it. In addition to all of the bad luck, my tire was punctured somehow. I'm stuck here until I get it fixed. The citizens place great faith in the local preacher, yet the man makes me uneasy. Hidden behind it, I found a heart with our initials on one of the bridge planks. Emily must have carved it. I wouldn't consider this an important clue, but there is something strange stashed behind it. Emily used to leave me hidden messages. Our little game. If she did it recently, I might find her. I have to reach whatever's behind that plank. What a blessing in disguise. Emily was playing her lover's hide and seek with me. She left me a clue on her whereabouts, having no idea how important it would be. Now to find where this old building is. I should ask some locals. Maybe that mechanic at the gas station? Or the preacher. I see he's at the gas station too. Where is it? Find me here. I'm already dead. The preacher said he recognized the building and could draw me a map. He only asks for a cup of coffee in return. Seems like a good deal. I can spare a minute to get this vending machine working again. We'll draw a map for coffee. I feel like most people would nowadays. So here's the map. As he promised, apparently the old cottage is in the woods north of the farm. Must have missed the path leading there. Isn't it funny that the only man I find suspicious here is the one that finally helped me? So I wish I could pull up the map bigger. And I'll go over what I mean in a minute. So here I am at the cottage door. It looks to have been deserted for many years. However, there's no sign of Emily around. Maybe she found a way inside. Planks nailed the front door shut. It must be an obstacle. It's Emily's handwriting. She's already been here, and apparently she found this place thanks to the preacher. A coincidence? I think not. The preacher was so nice to guide me here. This place is romantic, as if the history comes alive between the cobwebs and dust. I'll study this place thoroughly in coming days. Emily left behind her belongings and disappeared. She probably wouldn't have done that willingly. I should search this place for any clues as to where she might have gone and what made her leave all her stuff. There have been other disappearances in Maple Creek as far back as 160 years ago. And it seems the cottage owner had a suspect he was willing to fight. He is responsible for the disappearance of all those women over the years, and possibly more. It's risky, but I have to try and stop him. I think I know how to defeat his evil power. Nevertheless, I should fail. You will find the evidence here. Start by melting the tin in the fire. What evidence? I keep following the preacher. Last night he set off to the forest to hide out. These rocks on the hilltop. What game are you playing, old man? The preacher? If I weren't in such a dire state, I would laugh at such a coincidence. Oh no. Apparently, whatever evil Colonel Russell had fought, he finally failed. Am I meant to be his successor? Kind of are. To whoever is may concern, if you are reading this, it means I failed. I've devoted the last years of my life to what I considered a just cause, a fight against an elemental evil, impersonating by one man. Any essential information I manage to gather, I store here. Use it wisely at the end of the evil I failed to stop. Good luck. The whole community is under his control. Maple Creek is his realm, but is power an end in itself, or is it just a means to an evil more evil? Who are you that you dare hide your evil nature under a priest's robe? The bell. You already stopped the bell in the last game. It can't be. The elemental demon has the carnal called it is the preacher, the very same preacher I spoke to and inquired after. He hasn't changed for the last 2 centuries. It's him! 50 years ago, the preacher looked exactly the same. He hasn't changed at all. Oh my god, yeah. What sort of demon is he? Draining life from those controls, murdering others to gain more power? Whatever you do, he will return. Wounded or seemingly dead, he will find a way to drain life force from his puppets to immediately revive. And each murder victim enhances his power even more. There is only one way to destroy him. Break the medium and kill him with his own weapon. I know this place. I was there when I spied on him. Bro, don't spy on people. This is where he brings all his victims. If that's all true, then Emily! So here I am at the gate of the elemental evil. And the one thing I pray is that I am not too late. I don't think you are yet. Okay. So I read that now because it's just gonna... I wanted us to have that lore. So... once I'm... Actually, I'll go over what I meant to point out a minute ago. So this map, in the other game, we were here, and we only messed with here because this was our room, so we couldn't go over here. But this is where the house was that we like broke into. And then here's the farm, and then this was the like torn down place. So it's pretty cool. Alright, I'm done talking now.
Emily!
You've gone too far, Detective. Your impudence will not be forgiven.
Emily! I failed you, and for that, I'm sorry. I returned to Maple Creek after a few years in hiding to avenge Emily's death. Disguised as a hermit, I watched him in silence, waiting for the right moment to strike. You were not to blame for my failure. You did what you considered right, but the game's not over yet, and if Russell wasn't wrong, then I've got the upper hand. Yours sincerely, Richard Hamilton.
All right, well, that's the end for this one. The next Maple Creeks you see will be the next game. So yeah, I hope y'all have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see y'all on the flip side. Goodbye!